Let's check out American Horror Stories, Episode 1, Rubber Woman. So we've got these two gay dads and their daughter getting ready to move into Murder House. The little girl is giving me Winona Ryder from Beetlejuice tea. So her dumb daddies think they gonna renovate this joker and sell it because haunted is popular. Yeah, for a theme not to live in. So they gonna make it a bed and breakfast with a haunted theme. Okay, at least they ain't trying to unload the joker. So she goes upstairs to unpack and that darn red ball keeps rolling in her boudoir. And so the heifer finds the rubber suit. And of course she's like, I'm gonna put it on. Girl, she put the hood on and everything. Aren't you surprised it's a perfect fit? Nah, the little heifer possessed already. And so she looking at herself in the mirror with the mask. And child, she realizes the real rubber man is looking back at her because he moves his head and she don't. So she take it off and throw it out. So we at school with the little heifer and she's very bright, talking about people can face their fear but not their shame. But of course there are some mean girls that are giving you like a coven tea, a craft tea. And they about to have a run-in the hallway. Bet you it's gonna be followed by a meeting in the ladies' room. So the mean girls walk past her in the hallway, but the girl she has a crush on is right by her locker when she closes it, and she's like, hey, so you think I'm cute? Honest lesbonics. Girl, we do not need to see this master baby. But you thinking about her crush heifer. But it goes from a sexual fantasy to a murder fantasy. Now she choking the heifer. And not for autoerotic asphyxiae. So while this heifer's sleeping, we see the rubber man descending down over her bed. But she sees him and screams and then he vanishes. And she thinks it's just a dream. So Scarlett gets a message from her crush. And she says, my friends don't know I eat pussy. She said, the girls are having a sleepover this weekend. You should come along. Scarlett said, your friends are bitches. With a capital itches. Not good witches, but sorry, mean bitches. Child, and she said, okay, look, I'll protect you from them. And once they asleep, I'ma eat that puss. Lord. So now her parents are having a talk with her about apparently some porn that they found a year ago that was pretty extreme. Oh, God. So they hired an IT guy to track her, and apparently, she's been back at it. Oh, no, now she's grounded for lying, so she can't get that pussy. Can't get that pussy. So they said, look, we gonna let you go to that party, but you gonna see this therapist. So the heifer get home from school after that girl been flirting with her, and she needs to frig that puss. But her parents put a lock on the internet where she can't even look up lingerie. So she says, you know what, let me put this leather suit on again. Looks like she's about to get Leslie Borden with it. I gotta say, I'm halfway through and I'm not impressed. Oh my goodness, so she go in and scare the hell out of her parents, but then starts laughing and takes the hood off. And they're like, what are you doing in that? Also, I might be like, I'm gonna need you to put that knife down immediately. So the father go to tear the suit off of her, which is like, what? No. And then she accidentally cut him, so he gotta go get stitches. This is getting worse by the minute. This is just lesbian soft porn. That's what it is. Like some type of noir shit. So the next morning we with the therapist and she's like, the amount of girls that look at your kind of porn is pretty low. So let's figure out why you're so atypical. So the therapist is like, look, we just got to find out what happened because you had a violent outburst. So we find out when Scarlett was 3, she was kidnapped. She was gone for 10 days and they found her at a pediatrician's. Some woman's child had passed and so she just said, I'll snatch another one. I mean, she was 3, so she don't remember, but they're gonna have to delve in to find out what happened to her because it might be something sneaking around the subconscious that's causing these sadistic behaviors. The therapist said, it might be the kidnapping, but I think living in Murder House might be the bigger issue. Now, the daddies say, now, we believe in science, not ghosts. And the therapist said, I don't believe in ghosts either, but Cemeteries are scary for a reason because we know the darkness that took place there. It can awake a darkening. It can awake the darkness in our psyche. Ooh. So after the therapy session, the dads are like, yeah, you ain't going to that slumber party. You just stabbed somebody. She said, you know what? This is all your fault because of this house. The kidnappers should have kept me. Well, at least you wouldn't be in murder house. So the therapist, however, went to the bathroom and said, I'll see myself out. But she gets out the bathroom and there's that ball. Oh, Lord, she's seeing them twins with the poppers. Now, why are you walking over? You said you'd see yourself out. I don't care about the other children. I was paid to see who I came to see. Now I'm out. Oop, she gets slashed by the real rubber man. Later that night, Father One finds the bloody red suit by the stairs. So they go on and just throw the suit in the fire. They're like, I don't know whose blood that was, but let's get rid of the evidence. So they go and get high and watch The Crown. Not a good idea. Well, under normal circumstances, yes, but with this little heifer in the house, Meanwhile, upstairs, the little heifer's telling her crush, I'm grounded because I accidentally stabbed my dad. Maybe you should have kept that one under your tooth. So her crush said, look, that's hardcore. Why don't you go on and sneak out since you such a badass? So she gets her lingerie and goes to sneak out. So now we're at the girls' sleepover. And they talking about who's fake and who's real. And then they start talking about Scarlett's lesbianism. And she just said, well, when you know, you know. I'd agree with that. When you know, you know. So Scarlett's crush says, you know what, girl, you need to be in some pajamas. Come on, I got some you can borrow. And she leads her up to her room. We know what they're doing. So they get into her bedroom and Maya starts kissing on Scarlett's neck. And Scarlett's like, okay, are you gay or are you just messing with me? Like, what's going on here? Am I your Tess? Your Tess twat? She said, I ain't messing with you, but I ain't sure it's gonna be pussy for life either. Oh, Lord. So they trying to get things started, but neither one of them know what to do. So Maya says, well, let's put on some porn. And Scarlett's like, yeah, I like something a little more violent. Ooh. Fortunately, Scarlett's friend was on the lookout, but damn, they are live streaming this whole thing. And her friend just warned her over the phone after she talked about the porn that she liked. This is why you don't tell people your business. You could have just eaten some pussy and gone. So she run out of there and now she crying in the car. See, you should have listened to your daddies. Sissies be knowing. Now if she come back with that rubber suit to get revenge, I can't be mad. So she come in and check on her parents and it looks like they done overdosed quiet as it's kept. But she think they sleep. Scarlett calls Maya and says, girl, I'm gonna kill myself since y'all wanted to have so much fun. I ain't sticking around for y'all to embarrass me. And now the tables will have turned on you permanently. You're going to jail. And I'll be a martyr. She said, y'all got half an hour to get your asses over here, or I'm gonna do it. Good luck. And she got that rubber suit, that heifer ready. Get him! Get him! Okay, now this has turned into Mean Girls Revenge. So the girls have on up and have on in. Scarlett texts the girls to come down to the basement, and we all know what's there. So the door slams shut and they're locked in the basement. And Maya says, look, she's probably filming this to embarrass us. Don't make a fool of yourself. Oh no, y'all are already quite the fools. So they walk through the basement and they see this fort, and that's where, you know, that little thing with the claws lives. He comes out and they run out of the room, but then there she is in that suit with that knife. Child, she done thrown them heifers in the wall, put up a whole new layer of brick. The dads come in the next morning. I thought they had OD'd, but they come in the next morning like, oh, thanks for helping out around here. Oh my goodness, now we got the dead therapist popping in after the dads leave. And she says, I think we should have a session about this. You just murdered 4 girls. And it just ends with her meeting the rubber man in the hallway. I see what they were trying to do, but, ooh, that was a rough hour of television to get through.